Hello, everybody. So, I have a question for you, and I'll tell you why I'm asking. So, I have a Catholic friend, who lives in Florida, and she had a posting on Facebook, which is largely where I interact with her. Again, she lives far now, and so that's very much where I connect with her. And it was hysterical. She had this gooey chocolate thing that she took a picture of, posted it on her Facebook page, and she said, "Lent's over, isn't it?" And I replied to her post. I said, "Apparently it is for you." But I was kind of struck by the question. Think about what we do as Catholics. So we celebrate Lent, but we do celebrate Lent. We do enter into the season of Lent to prepare ourselves for Easter. And we do that for 40 days, okay? And then Holy Week and Easter arrive. And the church gives you and me 50 days to think about what just happened, to be able to answer that question. Is Lent over? Should my life be now, right? And I think in the wisdom of the church, the wisdom that allows you and me and the gathered Catholic faith to think about what we just celebrated and allow it to sink in and change us. So think about this, because I think it's true. St. Augustine, in the meditation that I read, mentions why the apostles didn't get what happened right away. Took time for everything to sink in. So in the reading yesterday, Jesus appears to them and they think it's a ghost. They have no clue what's going on. St. Augustine puts it this way: they saw Jesus die on the cross, changing all of their expectations for who Jesus was supposed to be. And in changing that, forgot everything that he told them, forgot that he mentioned that in fulfillment of the scriptures and the prophets, that he was going to suffer and he was going to die and he was going to be treated cruelly. Well, all of that became amnesia. Everything that Jesus told them to warn them flew out the window, so to speak. You and I are the same way. I know I am. How many Easters have each of us celebrated? How many Lents have each of us gone through? Do we get it yet? I'm not 100% sure that any of us do, because what we are celebrating is momentous. Think about this. We have Jesus. So this is the truth of who Jesus is. Jesus, the Son of God, became a human being. His sole reason for coming was to die. Think about that. And then you and I go through Lent, prepare ourselves to celebrate Easter. Do we really enter into those mysteries of what our faith is? I won't belabor this other than to say that you and I now have 50 days to celebrate the Easter season, to not completely abandon some of the things that we began in Lent, right? There are things, hopefully, that you and I have made a part of our lives that we don't want to abandon. And we want to hook that on to the celebration of what Jesus has done for us. As Catholic faithful, you and I are, I would call it, New Testament people. And good Pope St. John Paul II said it this way: we are Easter people, and Alleluia is our song. So may you and I, these 50 days, celebrate with gusto, not just the abandoning of whatever it was that we gave up and are doing without, allowing it to come back, like my good friend in Florida. Yeah, chocolate maybe can come back, but let's not allow amnesia to sink in and for you and I to forget what Jesus paid in price for our salvation. We have a lot to be grateful for. So may we continue to be the people of prayer that we tried to be in Lent. May we continue to add that into our regular, normal life. And may we celebrate Easter for 50 days with gusto, so that when, what would it be, Pentecost comes, when Pentecost arrives, we are tired out from the celebration. Happy Easter, my friends. Like I said, we're going to be saying it for 50 days, so don't get tired of hearing it. See you at Mass.